Whew. Okay, so make sure I have my volume ready to go when I need to. Oh, I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna give everybody a second to join in. I purposely went with the security cam footage to have this conversation. This had to be security cam. Ooh. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'll say this. Of course, we're gonna be speaking on emotion right now. I don't even I don't even want to. Here's the thing. I'm gonna let this go as emotion this evening. So everything I say shall not be held against me at a later date. I'm going to post this video. I'm going to post this link. So this is going to be good information I'm giving to you. I've watched one half of football from the University of Louisville and Alabama. Not that bad. We're not as bad as that. It's 20. It should be 21-0. At least 21-3. Should probably be 21-3. Now we can break down a couple of situations, or I could save it for tomorrow's show, but I won't do that. I'll just give it to you now. Here's the thing. Number one, I'm gonna play the blame game for a couple of seconds. Number one, target of my blame, target of my eye right now is Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith has had 2 plays already in this game that are 100% tone setters. Now I know he's coming off the appendix situation, and this is probably the reason I said you should just hold him out, and let him take some time to get his stuff back together. If y'all remember, they throw the long pass to Jalen Smith. He doesn't get on the ground. He tries to reach down and catch a football off his shoelaces. The most important thing is to catch the ball. Jalen wants to get the ball in perfect stride and continue to run. He dropped that ball a lot last year, and we blame Lamar for his lack of accuracy. But he dropped that football a lot. Catchable balls, 2-hand catchable balls. That's number one out of Jalen Smith. Number two, the interception thrown deep to Jalen Smith was a poor. And as soon as he gets his hands on the ball, Jalen Smith puts his head down and keeps on running. He doesn't make an attempt at smacking that ball away, and he's right there. Jalen Smith is right there where he can attempt to disrupt that ball and make sure that's not an interception. Now, any sport you've ever played, football, baseball, basketball, anything, if you throw somebody the ball and they don't make an effort to prevent the steal or prevent the turnover, what do? You stop throwing them the ball. Or you wait for coach to recognize that, and coach says, if you can't give more effort for that ball, go get Tutu Atwell. Now I'll say this. You owed it to them for half of football. Another guy that catches my eye. I'm gonna give him a chance, but you'll notice this because we're all gonna go back. Who are we kidding? We're gonna go back and watch this game. If I throw a running back open out in the flats, if I throw that ball to Trey Smith, it's wide open out in the flats. You have a full head of steam, and you have one man to beat out there to get a first down. Trey Smith, you already missed that first possession, the first pass that was perfectly thrown you might still be running if you catch that ball. Trey Smith, you missed that first pass. Then he throws it out the backfield. Wide open. You get 4 steps to run, and you can't even make that guy miss a little bit. Trey Smith, Jalen Smith, those are 4 plays that instead of touchdowns, instead of first downs, you're punting the ball, which means you're not playing that bad. But it also means, hey, you have Colin Wilson, you have Dave Williams, you have other running backs. You're going to have to, like, Bobby's going to have to mix and match because the lights are on now. And let's say, hypothetically, you heard Puma Pass had not been practicing good. Hypothetically. That Puma Pass out there that I see can play. He can play. He can play. He's keeping the ball alive. He's keeping his eyes downfield. He's not making bad mistakes. I mean, listen, you get down 21, you just kind of force it. But like I said, that Jalen Smith, the wide receiver should have played a little defense. Like, that's a fact. Now, I'll bring it up to see if anybody's want to chat it up on this one at all. I just had to go. I really went. Let me see. I'll read it. Yeah, I mean, I feel it's frustrating for a start. You know, silver line in first half. There was a pass rush there. I'll say this about the pass rush too. Think about this. That first call on Tua, that roughing the passer, that was a bogus call. You get that call, and then guess what happens the next play? You get a blitz. Van Gorder calls up the perfect play. You have Tua dead to rights, and what do? They let up. They let up, almost scared to hit that quarterback because you made a bad call. Then you get the Jalen Hurts call, where you call roughing the passer, and then you pick it back up. And then you get the call against the Alabama player, Diggs, and then you reverse that. That's a psychological effect. You don't give them that pass interference call. That stuff adds up. I mean, okay, substitutions. Listen, you got a new schemes, new lineups. You're going to get that. I don't like it. You don't like it. I mean, I don't think having this, yeah, Herb Street is just, it was going to be easy for them to go like Alabama heavy. I'm okay with that play call. And another thing too, I don't want to see Bobby just go away from the run so fast. I want to make sure Bobby does not go away from that run that quick. Let me change that. Let me pull it off the screen. Because, yeah, they YouTube will flag you. See? Is that still Trey Smith out there? Is that still Trey Smith out there starting the second half? If you can't find a hole, if you can't make a guy miss, Trey Smith cannot be the guy. That's why Bobby Petrino's mad at the moment. You see holes wide open there, you have to hit them. What do you mean when you say you don't get 3 of those? You don't get 3 of the of those roughing the passer calls or those overturn calls or what? Oh, good job. Good job. Wide open. Wide open. You got to be able to make people miss. But that's a great play call. That's great. The offensive line is doing a wonderful job. Puma Pass is accounting for the guy that's not the open rusher. He's doing a good job of reading his keys. He's waiting. Bobby's taking the thinking out of it. The offensive line is doing excellent. But you got it. Look at that. Puma Pass can play. Puma Pass is ready to go. He is ready to go. Big, strong quarterback. Wide receiver comes back to the ball. Who was that? Was that Mickey? They're doing an excellent job. Yes, the O-line is doing an excellent job. That's a fact. The O-line is doing wonderful. Got to be able to run and get some yards on this one. See, that's tiptoeing. That's just tiptoeing. Oh. If we're gonna get that holding call. Like I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that holding call. Cole Bentley, you got to pick up that snap too, man. You've dropped a few of them low. That's okay. You're not doing a poor job. You're not doing a bad job, Bentley. Yeah, I see Lamar in the game. That's a good look. 2nd and 14. I hate being behind the yard, the sticks. I understand, but you do have to get the running game. You cannot go against. You cannot just fall off with the run. Yeah, I really didn't want the trick play either, cause like like you gotta get a little bit of a run. That's a that's a nice looking team out there too. That's a good looking team. That's a good looking team out there. Let me guess, they call another holding. See, see, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Well, I guess I didn't expect to get any calls. I didn't really expect to get any calls the whole time. But anyway, point being, let me go back over them. Yeah, Lamar's at the game. I saw that O line. Yeah, see, I mean that's a blitz package. Like they don't suck, you know. Like Alabama does not suck. Like I'm okay with that. See, here's the thing. Here's where we got to find out where the playmakers are. This is what I will say. This is the part of the game where Bobby, after this possession, I bet you see the players you haven't seen earlier on. I bet you go deeper in the running back list. I bet you're gonna see him go deeper on the wide receiver list. You're gonna get play. You got to get the ball in playmakers' hands now, because it's like if you can't make a play and hang on to the ball, you're gonna hit the ceiling here. But they don't suck. They don't suck. They're still good. They're still the number one team in the country. I think we should be closer. We should be a lot closer though than this. But I will tell you, I am not panicking. I am disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed with our big play guys. Still got to find out who plays under like because here this is what'll be agitating. You'll get into the Indiana State game, and then Trey Smith will have 4 touchdowns and 300 yards, and Jalen Smith will chew them up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what I'm thinking. I said this to Steve. I probably won't carry this narrative, but Jalen Smith is like the football version of Dangadell, in my opinion, right now. You're tall, you're fast, you got the athleticism, you got everything that looks the part. But if you can't make a play on that ball, if you can't dive on the ground to try to get the long pass, if it has to be hand delivered to you in order for you to be effective, then you're not like you're not a top notch receiver. You're just you're a guy with a lot of potential. Now, I'm not gonna say that's him, but he's kind of being. That's the look he is right now. Boy, those Lexuses look good, don't they? My goodness. But it's not the it's not the defense. It's our defense. I mean, you don't you think we've been moving the ball? And you know you're not going to get the same level of penalties that you got this year. The penalties have put us behind quite a few times. Don't you agree that penalties hurt tonight? By the time you play Florida State, you're not going to get penalties like that. You're not going to get 12-man substitution penalties at all. And again, Bama has been practicing full throttle. That's why they got so many injuries. So they're just a little sharper with their intensity. Like we gotta admit that too. I almost went out to go check out this game. I almost ventured out into the streets. Okay, okay. It's a good matchup. Your ball skills on that were not as good. It's a good matchup. You see how he dives for that ball. He holds onto the ball. He treats the ball like it's the most valuable thing. Kiki have to make a play on that. But if you look at Van Gorder, like, don't you think everybody's been in a position on more plays? Ah, yeah, you hate that. You hate that part of it. But yeah, I totally purposely went security footage video. It's like, what else was I gonna do? Hmm. They press the hole. See how vertical they get. How many times have we got the pass going horizontal, but never stick your foot in the ground and go vertical? See, this is what happens when you get guys laying on the ground injury. This is where Alabama kind of takes over on you. This is very, this is very, very, this is very Alabama. Yeah, I agree. And getting wore down. That's an absolute fact. But that's a good thing. You get guys wore down, and you start playing your other guys. You force you force Louisville to go into a little bit of that depth. I mean, think about it. There was a lot of position battles on the team. So now you get to see why there were so many position battles. You're getting pushed off that ball pretty good. So I see a little. Yep, I see a little bit of tired. How do you right the ship in this game? You get your playmakers in there. Like I said, like you know how we talked about how you have a bunch of young playmakers. You have to give them a chance. Like I'm not ready to bench, my longtime starters, but you got to give the young players a chance. Like Alabama has young player playmakers. You have some recruiting classes. Like I said, you put the Chatarius Atwell in there. You put your new receivers in there, and see if they can hold their own. You go with Dave Williams. Like think about it. We're still watching Trey Smith at running back. He's missed he's missed three three holes that were there on running plays where 3 yards could have been 8, 9. Trey Smith has had three opportunities. He has the open field. He doesn't make a guy miss. Um, Offensive line's doing good. Puma Pass is doing good. You're getting pressure on the quarterback. Tua is good. He made a guy miss a couple of times. Hmm. Of course, I don't like Alabama pushing you back, but Alabama is that line is the strongest line in. It's been the strongest line in for the last 5 years. So some of that you got to give them their props. You got to give Alabama some offensive line strength props. Like yeah, like but for me, you right. Yes, yes, they has to be not necessarily because here's the thing. Like say last possession, if you give the ball to Dave Williams a couple times, Dave Williams gets these first downs. He jumps up, screaming, shaking his head. He's doing the feed me sign. I guarantee he's doing the feed me sign, right? You give him the ball. Now all of a sudden, Dave Williams get a couple first downs. Everybody has energy, dude. Since when has Bobby Petrino not been able to score 3 touchdowns? It is Alabama, but they've been open on a lot of plays. See, that's bad right there. That's bad. That's a good running back. Those, that's some nice moves. It's terrible tackling. I don't know. Let me see this replay. Am I gonna get mad at the defense, or am I gonna get this running back in props? Let me see this because I think I'm impressed with that run. Oh, did he miss that? Oh man. Okay, let me see this play. Uh, See, as soon as his helmet comes off, the play got to stop. The play has to stop. 84 doesn't have a helmet on. The play has got to stop right there. Why don't you call that? See what I'm saying? Now I'm getting those Henri texts. Let me see. Ah, what is Lamar talking about? See, I'll give him that one. Jalen broke that one up. I wonder if they talked to him about that. Jalen did. He did break up that one on that long pass. Boy, so does is Alabama just not make penalties? Are they that disciplined? Like I said, I do think the penalties have kind of slowed down Louisville a bit. Just just psychologically, you got a couple of them. Yeah, you have to score. But ah, you get that penalty on the first play, and you're first and 22. It's good to see Lamar on that sideline. I will say that. But here's the thing. See, he tried to get it to him. Is that Terriers out there? I mean, it's tough now though. Like the defense is able to tee off on you in this situation. Hold on. Let me see this play, and then I'll get to this phone. Did they call another holding? You finally got a penalty on Alabama. We knew that. We knew this was going to be like this, though. People like you cannot act like you don't see that coming. See, I think they were prepared. I think Alabama is just so much more used to the big games. It's going to take more than an arm tackle to take down Jawan Pass. That's a good blitz. That's a good play call. That's a good play call. You can't do much about that. Yeah, I get it. First start. Again, I couldn't be happier with pass. I'm very, very happy with the offensive line. Substitution pattern was bad. See, Cole Bentley, you gotta snap that ball. Okay, so people, he has went to his bench on the wide receivers. Now pay attention. Pay attention because one of these wide receivers, listen, at 10:35, one of these wide receivers is about to make a big play. Alabama is very, very disciplined. You're still playing catch up with that kind of program. Yeah, I think I heard him scream for him. But again, here's the thing: when you're down 34, you don't get to predict the defense at all. You don't get to dictate the defense. You're not going to be down. 28-0 in any other games you play. You shouldn't have been down there. Like I said, you get a couple guys to make their catches, you're okay. Now see, look at this. You gotta catch that ball. You gotta catch that ball. Once again, people, I started off this segment by saying it was Jalen Smith. He's a playmaker. He's a guy you rely on. Jalen Smith has got to catch that ball. You put that. Puma passes put this ball on his wide receivers. Yeah, way to finish the play. I'm not embarrassed by this performance. You have some tools. You have some tools. See? See? I told you. I just told you, didn't I? Didn't I just tell you? Didn't I just tell you? I told you at 10:35. I said somebody's gonna make a big play, but that was Seth Dawkins. He's supposed to make a play. That don't count. But I told you 2 minutes ago somebody was gonna make a big time play. This is what you got to do. Your yak yards are important. Give them a chance to be great. But Seth, you got to get to that end zone, my man. You've got to get to that end zone. I wouldn't mind sticking up 2 touchdowns on that board in the third quarter. You stick a ball in the end zone, people. You get Jawan Pass in that end zone. You go get Jeremy Smith right now in this red zone. You get Day Williams, Jeremy Smith, Mickey Crum, and Dez Fitzpatrick. I don't want to see any fades either, because their cornerbacks are outplaying you right now for the ball in the air. I don't want to see slants. I don't want to see fades. I want to see either play. You got to go either play action or get that ball in there with Jeremy Smith or Day Williams. I don't think Trey Smith is your inside guy. I don't think he's your goal line guy. But here's the thing. When we watch this, be careful. Be careful. Because this team, you get a big play, you get in the end zone, Bobby Petrino can put up some points really, really quick. Just saying. Just saying. But I will be back right after the game, right when the game ends. I think James, I think the tight end will be here. No, listen, I hear you. No. I'm telling you, he's put the ball on Jalen Smith. You know I'm right. He put that ball on right in Jalen Smith's pocket. He misses it. Out. You make one guy miss. This is what happens. Seth Dawkins makes one guy miss and he's off for 60 yards. Right? If Jalen Smith makes not Jalen Smith, if Trey Smith makes one guy miss, he's off of 50 yards. He's not doing that. It's not because Alabama's is so great. He's just not making a play. But be careful. Be careful. What is Rummage talking about? But yeah, people, I will be right back following the game. We might put Steve Rummage on the we might put him on the FaceTime, and I might just we might bring him on the FaceTime, and we might do a double screen YouTube live here in a second. So pay attention. We'll be right back.